the city council, when we reformed 421A, which gives tax abatements to developers, one of the elements that we negotiated, which is in fact the language that I put forward, is that affordable housing can no longer be placed in another part of the community where it all has to be on site. That was something that was a line in the sand, and I'm glad that Progressive Caucus and members of the city council supported me on that.
Thank you. Other questions? Yes.
So does this mean that there would have to be a new development agreement required if
The current development agreement would have to be modified, yes. And it is within the discretion of ESDC and Forest City Ratner to modify that agreement. Right now, the agreement only calls for 300 affordable units by 2022. And the remaining 87% of the units of the 2,250 minus about 300 are not scheduled to be completed until 2035. So what we're saying is that that agreement, which was entered into as the recession was occurring, and which was acknowledged to be a problem, the recession's over in Brooklyn as far as real estate development is concerned. The market is back and hot, and we want opportunities for low and moderate income families as soon as possible to be realized within the original time frame, which gave from when the project was finally allowed to proceed at the end of some litigation at the end of 2009 is going to be 2020. So we want to get the project back onto the original time frame and get these several thousand units into construction and ultimately to be let to low and moderate income families in a reasonable time.
So would there be more project oversight other than the affordable housing? Because there are other issues that people are concerned with as far
Well,
as
there are many issues, but our main focus right now today is affordable housing.
Well, to that point, the one thing that has not been kept from the original CBA is that there was not an appointed independent compliance monitor, which is, I think, critical for the line of communication to be kept open between the developer and the elected officials, i.e. the people who represent, the thousands of people who represent in and surrounding communities. So clearly that has to be kept, that concept has to be kept and has to be, put in strength and has to be put into place, because obviously, again, we'll be coming back to this over and over again. The line of communications are not open.
Can anyone, are new mayor's performance with this project and the amount, the money he received from Ratner, is there a concern about what he will do once he goes into office and the relationships that are there?
I can't speak for the mayor. I did see a quote from him in the New York Times that he wanted to speed up the project.
Yes.
Yes.
Let me just say that the mayor-elect de Blasio supported this project primarily because of the affordable housing. And so as a result of that, I would argue that the current mayor would join with us in expediting the affordable housing going forward.
Yes.
Sort of related to that question, this project generally has been sort of like an elephant in the room for Mayor-elect de Blasio, so I was wondering if you thought, or if anyone thought, that he should have been a little bit more proactive in opposing the project, or I guess speeding it up during the campaign.
Other questions?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, there's 2 more issues. One, I wanted to ask about the community benefits agreement, because there was supposed to be benefits and then sanctions, and I haven't heard anything about those sanctions that were supposed to come into place if some of the elements of the CBA were not adhered to. And then the other issue is the Miss Brooklyn building that was supposed to be multi-story employment office space that just magically disappeared early on in the process. So Brooklyn needs jobs too in order to afford the affordable housing. So
The
what would you say
community
about that?
benefits agreement that she is referring to is an agreement between the ACORN organization and Forest City Ratner that has no, in which the state of New York and Forest City Ratner and their agreements, there is no connection between the community benefits agreement and the obligations of Ratner as far as the state of New York is concerned, and so that's a side issue. As far as Miss Brooklyn, that's a casualty of the recession, and was supposed to be a commercial office building with a couple of luxury apartments on the top, and no affordable housing. And so once again, it's kind of, that's not what our purpose here today is about. Our purpose here today is about realizing the promise of the affordable housing. Another question from you.
How are you gonna do this, to get this agreement in place before this Chinese company steps in? And I know
It's our belief that ESDC, in its due diligence in relation to its approval of this project, has to make determinations with respect to whether or not the sale of the interest in any way alters or impairs the capacity of Forest City Ratner to proceed with the development. And if there is any impairment, any significant impairment in relation to, in terms of the governance or any other additional risk for failure to complete, then ESDC could withhold its approval.
Okay, last question.
All right, that's all right.
So this-
No, that's enough. All right, any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you.